Good morning, I'm David and I'm making some fish head soup this morning. My friend went to Homer, south of Anchorage, and he caught some king salmon. I asked him to save the heads and spines for me so that I could make some soup instead of throwing them away. He had always been throwing them away, but I shamed him into not wasting the fish. This is the best part of the fish. Nutritionally, the head and the spine and the oils and the collagens that you can melt out of there are exactly what you need. In Alaska, people go fishing or they go dip netting and they get a lot of fish. They do a poor job recovering the fillet, and then they throw away the head and the spine and they go eat a bag of Cheetos. And consequently, a lot of them are in really, really bad physical shape after they, turn their back on God's food and they head towards foods that are perverse and denatured. It's common to say here in Alaska that the fish belong to all of the people. But I was talking to the chief of a native village, and he corrected that idea. And he said what I've always known, that the fish don't belong to the people, the fish belong to God. And so when you get a fish, you get a gift from God. It's your responsibility to use every part of that fish and use it to the very utmost. And there's a consequence, and you can see it in the people. As the people throw away the most nutritious part of the fish, their health is deteriorating. If you look at an eagle and watch how he eats a fish, he eats certain parts of the guts first, he eats the heads, and then if he's starving and there's nothing else to eat, he'll eat the fillet being the least nutritious part of the fish. So what we're doing here is we are taking these heads and tails, and usually the spine with the gills removed and the bloodlines removed if you're using the spine. We have some spines over here that are ready to go, and you see how clean they are with the bloodline removed. So the heads I got from my friend who just went fishing. The spines I got from my other friend who owns a little fish brokerage, and he fillets fish and sells them to the public, and he either throws the spines away or gives them to mushing dogs. So I got some of those spines. So these things are available for you to get. So after the heads and the spines are cleaned, I take them over to the pot and put a few carrots in there, a bit of an onion, that's for a little flavor, some celery, a little bit of vinegar that helps remove the oils from the head and from the spines. And then importantly too, I don't use Anchorage fluoride water. I go to a mountain and I get water that comes right from underneath the mountain. Well, it's frozen right now, but so this is it. This is it. This is making some fish head soup. It's delicious. Tastes much better than chicken soup. It has a lot more nutrients in it. And it is doing the right thing, because that chief up in the village, he put it like this. He said the fish belong to God, and the God gives the land to a people. And the people are supposed to be stewards of that land. But when the people disrespect the gifts that God gives, God will take that land away from the people. Well, He can take it away by the fish not coming back anymore as we disrespect the environment. From His point of view, a people could be militarily conquered by another people on God's direction if you don't respect the gifts from God. It's an important spiritual component to His way of thinking, the necessity to show appreciation to God by using every part of a resource and respecting nature. So after I get done with the broth here, you can see we'll fill it up nearly to the top, and a lot of this will be the oils of the fish, and you can pour it off into little jars and put it in the freezer and keep it for a very, very long time. Then it's convenient to thaw out one jar at a time and just drink it like a broth, a cup of coffee in the morning and a cup of fish soup. And away you go. Your health is going to improve dramatically. Myself, I lost 50 pounds with fish soup. That's it.